Connecting.
Hi,
Hi, how's it going?
good. How you doing?
You seeing your hair with like all these colors are so beautiful. It just makes me want to switch it up, but I'm like, nah, it's good. I'm
Why
just gonna be
not?
black
I mean,
here.
now's the time to do it. It's quarantine.
And the
You might as
winter.
well.
So I having like a mini like freak out here because so in Austin and Texas here, we have like this random cold front and we just lost power, no big deal. So I was like getting ready to connect and it just turned out. So I was like in the winter, if we're gonna have like like a quarantine-ish winter, then might as well experiment during this time.
Yes, exactly. I honestly get so bored if I don't change my hair often enough. I look in the mirror and I see my reflection. I'm like, I hate it. I just need to change something.
Right. Like time to switch it up. Let's do something different here.
Yep.
I feel that. So out of all the looks that you've done recently, like have you done any different like hair colors to switch it up for like your new release, like a celebratory, like let me just like YOLO?
I definitely did it much brighter than I ever have before. I've already washed it once, so it's already that's the problem is it comes out really, really quickly.
Right.
I have to like put the front of my hair up in like a bun on the top and then wash the back and then wash the front separately in freezing cold water every time. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely did it like much brighter for all the new stuff. And
yes.
before I had like yellow into orange into pink. And then I kind of decided that for all the new music and stuff, that just maintaining the two colors would be easier. So I went back to orange and pink. Thanks.
I love it. So is it cold where you are right now?
No, it doesn't really ever get cold in Los Angeles. I feel like if I said, oh yeah, it's cold here, then that just like isn't really fair.
Right. It's cool.
Yes, it's been getting cooler. It's like 70 degrees during the day and like 50 degrees at night, which is good. It's a little chilly for here at night, but it's fine.
Right. But still, we know what time of the year it is.
Yeah.
Well, first I want to say congratulations. I'm so glad you're back. So here at 93.3 Austin, we have like a super cool feature. We're a newer station. We get to play what we call like TikTok on the 10. So like at the 10 minute of every hour, if a song is like blowing up on TikTok, they allow us to play it. So It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's like pretty cool that like we initially started playing your song because like it was super popular. Everyone was doing TikToks to it. So like now little by little that the EP's out, like it's just so awesome that we're like able to talk to you and that we're able to play your music. So I have some like really, really amazing questions from fans. But first, I just want to get down to the basics. Like tell us like why only seven, I guess you could say songs. Why that number 7?
I have been writing the music that ended up on the EP for, I would say 2 years now. It's been a long time. One of the lyrics in this, I'm 21 now, and one of the lyrics in one of my songs on the EP mentions that I'm 19 because I literally wrote it 2 years ago.
Right.
So I've been working on it for a really long time, and originally we did plan on releasing a full-length album. But as time went on, I realized that certain songs that I originally wanted to release as part of an album project, I didn't really connect with them anymore, and I didn't want to release them. But then of course I was touring all of last year, so I didn't really have enough time to write anything new to replace those songs. And then this year, of course, the pandemic happened, and it wasn't obviously safe for me to go write new songs in a studio, and writing them over Zoom is just not the same. It's not really conducive to real to great creating. So eventually I was like, well, I do still really love these songs, but they're just not enough to make an album. And then luckily we got the remix with Imari, which is so cool. So we got to add that as well. But yeah, it was just a series of things happened that just led to me feeling like I didn't have enough songs for an album, and I didn't want to force it and put out songs that I didn't like as much anymore.
Right.
So I was like, I'll just do whatever I can with what I have.
Yes. So, okay. So Elated technically was released on Friday, but so like, what was the deal? Like, was it like leaked before? Is that what made you pick that day?
No, there was some kind of confusion with some of like the art for some of the stuff that I was doing, and the titles somehow got released, and that was a little bit frustrating. The date got released before I intended to tell everyone, which sucks sometimes because
that ruins a surprise.
When you create something, you want to be the person to announce it.
Right.
And that gets taken from you. It's a little bit sad, but once I figured out that, you know, everyone had kind of accidentally figured out when the EP was coming out, I was like, I'll just announce it earlier. So we didn't change the release date, but I wasn't planning on announcing the release date until like 2 days prior.
Right.
And instead I do it like a week prior because everyone kind of found out when it was.
Oh, that sucks. That's totally, it's like kind of ruining a Christmas present, but at the same time, like we still get the present and, you know, it's still like a gift. So like you know, even video wise, we'll get to that in a bit, but okay. So I've noticed like you're detailing, you're letting your fans know, like you're just letting the world know about how personal this creating this, you know, essentially EP was for you. Like, how did you get over your fear to release that, to even decide to put everything out there?
I honestly didn't. Like, even you could ask anyone on my team, even 2 days before the EP came out. And it was, at this point, it's way too late to change anything because a couple weeks prior to releasing anything, you typically have to send it in to whatever streaming outlets and, you know, different platforms that they already have it, so it's ready to go.
Right.
So it was too late to change anything. And even like 2 days before I released the EP, I was like, oh, can I really say this in the song? Like, I don't know, I'm nervous about it. But I was anxious until it came out. And then, of course, the minute that it dropped and I was like, oh, my God, like, it's live. Like, people can hear it. Then I was excited. My fears went away. But up until it came out, I was questioning, can I put this song out? Can I say this thing? Are people going to like it? Are they going to understand? I don't know if that ever gets easier. Like, even if you're proud of something that you've created, of course.
Right. Hold on, you're breaking.
But even if can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry.
Okay, sorry. Somebody called me and I was like, no. But yeah, I think no matter what, at least for me, every time I release something, I feel anxious about it until it's there, and then I feel proud.
So in that case, would you consider the album like telling the story of Bea Miller or more like getting into your head?
I would say both, because there are definitely songs where I tell real stories from my life that are directly like true stories of things that I've experienced. But then and like how they happened, and then also what I thought about them. But then I also talk about outwardly things where I notice that certain things are happening, and I kind of mention that I see these things, and then I state my opinion about them in the lyrics. So it's kind of a mixture of a lot of things where the songs, a lot of them are very like inside of myself, but at the same time, I do also point out in other songs, like, this is kind of my view and my interpretation of other things that have happened around me. So it's a nice mix of everything.
Right. It kind of seems like, not even to say like a mini movie, but it's like a mini series along with the videos as well. Like, it's super cool. And so, okay, I know you said you were hands-on in the video, but so people want to know, like, exactly how hands-on were you? Like, did you have any, like, weird, funny moments whenever you were shooting, like, trying to do your hair and makeup, like?
Yes, I never do my makeup. Like, I'm not good at it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm too lazy to do it every day. I don't typically do my hair. I just kind of let it dry and hope for the best. So when I realized that I was going to have to take on, you know, doing the wardrobe and the hair, makeup and the hair, and then also, you know, helping set things up, before every shoot, I was a little bit, I kind of stopped and asked myself, can I actually handle, you know, getting myself ready for this? But I honestly, like, I didn't really put that much makeup on for any of the videos or photos that we did. And I kind of just did what felt natural. And it doesn't look maybe as like professional as it could, but I kind of like that.
I like that. I love that. I love that because it's like has its own style, if that makes sense. Like, it's more of a work of art than just like videos.
Yeah. And we have we have an actual music video for each of the songs that are going to be coming out over the next few weeks. And with each of those, it was interesting because my creative director, Gina, and I, who also is like my videographer, photographer, like she does everything. She's my lifeline. she is just as much a part of this project as I am at this point. And it was interesting because her and I kind of had to figure out essentially how to make these videos by ourselves, because we wanted to do it as safely as possible. We were trying to figure out how we could create new content in this era of, you know, a pandemic, obviously. And we would have to like quarantine, then we would each get tested like once a week before we shot the next video, and then we would quarantine again, and then it was just her and I shooting the video, so we knew that we were safe and we weren't putting anyone in danger. And so I would have to also, like, because usually she didn't have any other help with anyone setting things up or doing lights, you know, so I would have to help her with more things than I ever have had to help in a music video before. And as much as it was more stressful, it was also really, really interesting and really fun and cool to be more involved.
Yeah, it's like dedication. They're putting out that like happiness for everyone during these times. Like, it's so perfect. Well, I'm glad you mentioned the video, because Instagram and Twitter, I see we got a teaser for Thursday. Can we have like a hint, like maybe like one letter about the video that's gonna come out on Thursday?
Ooh, I'm trying to even remember which one is coming out first. What did I say it was? Did I say it was one for me? I think that the video coming first was for Making Bad Decisions. I think. Now I can't remember what order we decided to do it in, but if it's the one that I think it is, we essentially tried to create the subtle beginnings of almost insanity when you spend so much time alone during quarantine.
Okay.
At least for me personally, I have a very active, anxious mind. My thoughts, they never cease, and I think in complete full sentences the way that I'm talking to you, and it becomes very overwhelming sometimes. And when I spent like 2 full months without seeing a single person in the beginning of the quarantine lockdown, I started to kind of spin out, and I would do a lot of weird things that I wouldn't necessarily have done before, just to try to entertain myself while I was all alone and like distract myself from my own thoughts. And this video is kind of trying to capture that in an artistic and interesting way to watch, but also I definitely think that I do some things in this video where like you're like, what is she doing? What's happening here? But it was really to represent a lot of the things that I genuinely have been doing during quarantine that are a little bit weird, to entertain myself.
That's so cool. It's like, I'm super excited to see it, because like now that you tell the story behind it, you can see the videos in a whole completely different way. It's like when you watch a movie and then you watch it again, and then you have like more thoughts in your head about it. That's awesome. That's super cool. So, okay, I'm glad that, you know, you're open, you're about like your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. I've had people message me saying like, this album makes me laugh. This album makes me cry. Not album, EP makes me laugh, cry. I'm happy. I'm sad. I'm just happy that she's back. So I want to ask some fan questions. They're super excited, and I feel like this is a good opportunity, you know what I mean? Like, to have them speak to you. And there's some really, really good ones, and we're getting deep here. So again, for everyone that's tuning in, my name is Imari here. We're with Bea Miller, and this is a Studio 93.3 Instagram live, powered by Central Texas Honda. So we play your song, Feel Something, on our station, 93.3 Austin. So first, this is for Gab. This is from Gabs from Toronto. So crazy. She wants to know, shooting the video in your apartment, like, was there any weird thing that you had to do to shoot the video? Like something really odd that we wouldn't be able to tell?
I mean, we didn't have to necessarily do anything weird. We just had to like move all of my furniture around. We had to set so many things up, and sometimes we would have to like, sometimes it would take us like 2 hours to set things up and make my apartment look like a set. Oh, at one point, I'm in my room right now. At one point, we covered my entire bed with a black tarp, and we had to tuck it behind my bedside tables on both sides, for the wisdom teeth video, my dresser across, and like completely cover my whole bed and most of my room with this giant black tarp, which was really hard because it kept falling down.
Right.
Because we had to shoot me like laying down flat on my bed, and then we had to set up this whole contraption to get the camera to hang right above me. But it was just me and Gina and one of my managers, Jams, and just the three of us were trying to figure out how to do this together. We're like, we needed multiple hands to hold up the black tarp, but we also needed hands to hold up the it was just like such a Like, we literally had to convert my room into like this. We just put a black tarp over my bed to shoot a
Right.
scene where I'm laying flat. And I don't think you'd ever be able to tell now that it was just in my bedroom and very touch and go. Because I think that Gina did an excellent job of editing everything together and just making it look so beautiful.
Yeah,
But
you can't tell at all. Like, but you definitely converted your place into a set, but you can't tell.
yeah, I think it is weird that you can't tell, because I have so many behind the scenes shots where it just looks so like low budget, low quality. Like, this could not possibly turn out to look like a real music video, and then somehow it did.
Yes, yeah, they look good. They look awesome. She did a good job. Okay, so this is the handle is at Bea Miller Comb R. Okay, so they say, what is your favorite song off of Elated?
Oh, everyone keeps asking me that, and I really don't know, because they're all like my little babies. I don't know. They're all
Right.
special to me for different reasons. But I think my favorite one is, it's hard. But I think one that brings me the most joy now when I hear it, I would say, is, it's not my favorite, but it brings me the best feeling, is I Never Want to Die, because I wrote that song while I was in a situation in life that I felt very happy and comfortable in, and I was very inspired, and I felt like a new appreciation for being alive, and
Right.
I found more reasons to want to be alive. And at the time I was really, really sad prior to writing that song, and I was going through a lot of like mental health issues, and I just felt really alone. And then I wrote that song, and I felt like this new appreciation for my life, and it like got me back on track.
Right. I love that. I love that. So, okay, just getting into your brain here. So this is from Polly. She wants to know about goldfishes. She feels like she's been seeing the imagery of goldfishes all over your new artwork. Like, what does that have to do with anything, like the sounds?
I have avoided answering this question because I don't like to tell people that there actually is no meaning to something when they think that there's a meaning, because then I feel like it's less exciting. But originally, no, we didn't intend for the goldfish to represent anything. I guess goldfish typically can represent luck or something along those lines, I've learned now. But originally, my creative director, Gina, just pitched the idea of like, what if we get this footage and then I play it on a TV at home later, and then shoot the TV's footage through a thing of fish.
Right.
And goldfish were just the easiest ones to get. We just thought that it would be visually really cool. And then once we kind of brought that together in the wisdom teeth video, we decided to just make like little gifts and little stickers and stuff out of the goldfish just for fun. But it never was intended to have any kind of deeper meaning. We just thought it would be visually like pleasing to watch, me on the screen through the tank of fish.
I think that's pretty cool. I think it looks cool. I was wondering if it meant something like, oh, maybe it means life, maybe it means that, but at least we know it's just because it looks cool.
That's why I haven't said anything, because I'm like,
right.
I don't want to tell anybody that it genuinely does not mean anything. But
it's like, no, it just looks cool. Okay, so last one, so at Queen Bee Updates, they just want to know, are you going to, because you're essentially, they feel like what you've done in the past sounds different than now. Are you going to continue singing like old songs, for example, like Yes Girl?
Yes, they always want to know if I'm singing Yes Girl. I don't sing it very often. It is one of my favorite songs I've ever written, but it is really difficult for me to sing on a live show every night of the week when I'm on tour, because it's really a lot on my voice.
Right.
So that's why I typically don't sing it, but I will continue, of course, always to sing old songs mixed in with new songs. And I'll always know which ones the fan favorites are. They think I don't know, but I know the fan favorites. Unfortunately, I can't always sing all of them realistically every night when I'm touring or something, because it's just physically very taxing on me. I know that they love Yes Girl.
Right.
It will make a comeback. It will still be part of my set whenever I feel like at a festival or something where I'm just singing, one set for the whole week, I could do it. But if it's every night, I just get a little bit tired.
Like I completely get that. But as someone says in the comments here, Yes Girl is a bop, and I totally agree.
Yeah.
Someone comment that here. Well, for time purposes, I know that we have to wrap things up. I just have one last question for you. So let's just talk about Ollie. So is he gonna get his own TikTok ever, or maybe Instagram account? That's
Ollie,
my question.
you want to see Ollie?
Yes.
except if I bring you with me. Ollie,
He's
where
famous.
is he? Ollie Bear. Here he comes. Oh, there he is.
Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. It's like I'm seeing him in person.
I know.
Oh,
Everyone always wants to see Ollie. Everyone always says, "We don't care about you. We just
I know.
want to see Ollie."
It's equal. You guys don't have to battle each other. You can just make your own accounts and we can just like both of them.
He has an Instagram account, but he does not have a TikTok.
Okay. So TikTok, hopefully TikTok is coming.
I'll just put him on my TikTok. He's the real star of the show there.
He's so cute. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you for taking the time to like speak with me, get candid, ask all these fan questions. I know they're super excited for the release, and like I'm super excited to see what's released on Thursday. It feels super special. And again, to everyone that's watching, like listen to all of her songs if you want good health. I'm just gonna put that out there. And we play Feel Something like all the time. Again, TikTok on the 10. So we play it all the time. I love you. I'm such a fan. So I'm so happy I got to talk to you. So do you want to say any last? Do you want to say any words like to anyone in Austin and Texas, to all your fans watching? Because it's international. I see like different languages as well. So if you want to just say them like, I love you.
Yeah, I mean, I love Austin. It's like my favorite place in Texas. But yeah, it just seems the most like accepting and like cool. But I also, you know, I love all my fans from everywhere. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you for having me. It was fun.
Of course. Well, thank you so much. Hopefully, whenever you go on tour soon, when life opens back up, we can meet in person, hear live music in person. I'm going to manifest that. Fingers crossed, for sure.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for talking with me. Have a good one. And send Ollie my love too.
I will. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Alrighty. Oh my gosh. I hope that you guys are just as excited as I am and you got your questions answered. Again, this is the Studio 93.3 Instagram Live, powered by Central Texas Honda. My name is Imari here at Middays with 93.3 Austin. You can listen to me 10 to 3, and you can listen on the 93.3 Austin app. Again, we play Bea Miller's Feel Something all the time. You can also listen at 933austin.com. And for this interview, we're going to post it a little bit later for you guys. And we're also going to post it on our website. That's 933austin.com. Make sure to add us, bam, Instagram at 933_Austin, so you can get all the details and the updates. And then make sure to add us on Twitter as well at 933Austin. And for everyone that was mentioned in the video, if you want to just share, make sure to tag 933Austin. Again, thank you guys so much. Have a good one. I hope your day is as happy as mine now too. Okay, bye.